but I thought, oh, let me make a video because it's on my mind. So I came across this. I came across this article. It came out 2 weeks ago. It says Moderna CEO says the world will have to live with COVID forever. And it got me thinking about what's been going on with the stock market. Stock market's doing really well, as you guys know. I think with what's going on with GME, people are getting more and more interested about throwing their savings, throwing money that they're making from their job, throwing money that they have lying around into the stock, and they expect to see gains. Now, the scary thing about the stock market is this. I think when people, if they're new investors and let's say they throw money into GameStop and then they see the price rising, they're gonna think, oh, stocks only go up. It's gonna encourage them to invest, especially if for whatever reason they get out before there's a bubble or some sort of crash. People become confident, and I can understand it. I remember when I first invested, and the first thousand I made, I started in December 2017, and then January 2018 was a really good month. So I made 1,000 really quickly, and I was like so over the moon. I was like, oh my goodness, stock market makes such easy money. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is this. I believe that you would think that COVID's going to impact retail sales and it's going to impact and devastate the economy. I think the stock market is really going to be surging moving forward. If people, let's say, if they work a job and their hours get cut, they're going to say, hey, let me just take my money over to the stock market, make it grow that way. And my thoughts is that when I look at the stock market, like for instance, Apple, I was looking at that one. You can see like Apple was kind of going up and down and it went up, but and then it went down. But like look at this, like from when was this? This was in March, right? This is when the situation happened. It freaking went crazy. And yeah, you could say, oh, Erica, it's because everybody is stay at home and they're using their computers now. But I think part of it is that, but the other part is that people just see the stock go up and then they throw money at it and then they think about how great Apple is and how many products they have, Apple Card 2024 sort of thing. And they just feel like this is a really good place to keep their money. Now, of course, none of the videos that I make is financial advice. This is just purely my opinion. What I think is going to happen is that when people are conditioned into thinking that they're going to be living with COVID forever, it's going to make them think, hey, you know what? Throw your money in a stock that that makes products to make it easier for people to work at home. Apple has their AirPods, they got their MacBooks, they got their iMacs. I really think that Apple as a company is going to go up, but I think that I don't know how earnings is going to be. Earnings is coming out today, later today. And I really expect them to hit it out of the ballpark in the event that the stock goes down. I expect it to fully recover because, yeah, what else computer would you use during this kind of situation? I mean, of course, you could use something like an HP, you could use something like Dell, but Apple's marketing is really on point. Now, I also think that because people are going to get used to the COVID situation, they are going to change your spending for sure. I don't know how a lot of retail sales are going to do. I think, for instance, clothing manufacturers, some business clothing places, I don't know how they're going to be doing. Work at home is a big thing. So, yeah, where are people going to shop? Most likely, they're just going to stop going to retail stores and they're going to be investing or they're going to be buying more stuff online, driving sales to places like Amazon, which is like the one-stop shop. I invested into Amazon in 2018 because I thought, well, Amazon's really handy. And Amazon is it's like I said, the one-stop shop. You have Prime shipping. I didn't really see any downside. They were diversifying at that point, and I really think the pandemic or the situation accelerated the growth of the death of decline for retail a lot faster. So again, right, you can see that it was just going up. And Amazon has always been kind of going up. It's always been kind of going up, and then this happened, but it didn't really tank too much, in my opinion. And then it just started going up, and now it's going sideways because how much bigger does Amazon go? Yeah. So overall, maybe this is a crappy video, but I just want to say whatever happens in the stock market, I think that it's going to continue. These big companies are going to continue to grow. I feel like people are going to invest more into the stock market because they're going to see this as a way to make a lot of money, and kind of like with the GME thing, right? People are putting money into a stock, it's getting pumped up, they see the gains, they get comfortable. There are a bunch of people who are no longer working because they're like, oh, I made so much money off of GME that they quit their jobs and they can retire. There's this one guy, Deep F Value, as you guys know, he's like famous now. He invested $53,000 into GME, and now today he made like 26 million, right? Freaking insane. So, stock market now, people think stock market, fast way to make money, good way to make money. If you have a lot of people investing into a stock, guaranteed money. And I think that for some of these big stocks, when GME kind of topples over, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Like GME is not going to continue bubbling and bubbling and bubbling for the rest of the year, in my opinion. I think it's going to kind of top out at some point. You're going to have not too many people willing to put in money into a stock. Right now it's $200 or so, right? And when I was reading into it, see, like right now it is, oh crap. I don't even see the aftermarket price anymore. Wait, do I have to pop it out? Yeah, where'd it go? Okay, I used to have the aftermarket price, but now I don't see the aftermarket price. But people were pumping it up, and at some point, you're gonna have people question about the price point, and I think that it's gonna be really hard to get people on board if it hits $400, $500, and I hope it goes up to 1,000, but maybe it won't. So for those people who see the benefit of pumping up a stock, right? If they think about the big companies like the Apple, the Amazons, the Microsofts, they're gonna take their money over there possibly, unless there's a coordinated Wall Street bets effort again, and see that's a quick way to make money. A company that I heard that people are pumping up, you're not gonna believe it. Tootsie Roll. You know Tootsie Roll? The little chewy candy. Look, it went up 10% today because people are pumping this thing up because of other companies shorting it. And I was like, freaking Tootsie Roll. I mean, like, I love Tootsie Rolls, but it shocked me more that Tootsie Roll has been trading around the $30 range. I'm like, freaking Tootsie Rolls. Really? I always thought they were acquired by another company, but it seems like the woman who is CEO of the company, I think she's like in her 80s, maybe 88 years old. It blew my mind. I was like, wow, wow, wow. But yeah, so Tootsie Roll is moving up. AMC is rolling up. Let me show you guys AMC. Someone asked me, if they want to put in $5 yesterday, what company they should put in, and I told them, I said, I heard AMC is going up, but yeah, so AMC went up a bunch, and then of course there's all these stocks. Long-term view for AMC, I'm not a big fan of AMC, just because I think movie theaters are kind of going out of the way. The whole social distance stuff. I'm not too sure how movie theaters are going to work. You really want to, how do you eat popcorn, be in a movie theater with a bunch of people, and socially distance? You're not going to be able to pack the movie theater too big. So, I don't know, maybe they're going to show movies streaming. I don't know, at the convenience of your own home. I really don't know. But yeah, long term, out of all the stocks, I see BlackBerry is the best one. BlackBerry is a lot more affordable than, of course, GME. $18.92. If it doubles, it's going to get to like 30. Let's round it to 19. $38 versus GME. If that doubled up, if you want to double your money right now, you would have to have it at $294. So that is quite a climb. Maybe it's gonna hit $294. If it hits $300 today, I won't be surprised. $325, I won't be surprised as well, because their GME is getting a lot of publicity. But when it hits 300 bucks or so, do you have faith that it's gonna get up to 400? Actually, if it gets up to 300, to double it, you would have to go to 600, right? Do I think GameStop's gonna go up to 600? Ooh, that's a toughie. So then you get up to maybe like 10% gain, 20% gain, and to me that's kind of risky. So I already think it's kind of risky right now. My entry point, as you guys know, was $148.35. Right now it's, oh, here we go. I think it's 222.46 right now. So that's gonna be something really interesting to see. If once it hits 300, is it gonna be able to double up to 600? So people can feel like they're, doubling their money. Don't know. So I don't know. So no, this guy actually has a good point, because the thing with the COVID stuff is there's new variations coming out. I heard that there was some kind of aggressive variation. I want to say it's from the UK, but I might be remembering it wrong. And yeah, with all these new variants and people, if not everybody goes on board taking the vaccine, and I know that this kind of lockdown situation, social distancing, masking is going to go on for quite some time. Uh, Restaurants in New York are taking a big hit. A number of them are closing, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad about that, because when you think about New York, especially a place in New York, but people want to go there for entertainment, they want to go for Broadway shows, they want to go for restaurants. You take away the Broadway shows, you take away the restaurants. What really is there to check out in New York? You can do sightseeing, but not too many people want to go on a plane right now. I personally don't want to go on a plane. With all this, sitting on an uncomfortable seat with the face mask for how many hours? Not really looking forward to it. So, yeah. And then wherever I go, right? That's why I didn't go over to Thanksgiving. That's why I didn't go over to Thanksgiving for in Hawaii. I have a grandma, and she's like 91 years old, and my fear was, if I went over to Hawaii and let's say I got something on the plane, right? Just speculation. If I got something on the plane, a lot can happen between, maybe I got the tests and I was negative, but someone next to me or someone near me was a positive. Afterwards, they got the test, or the test was faulty. I didn't want to risk anything happening to my grandma. So I didn't go. I felt terrible about it, because I've always gone to Thanksgiving with at my grandparents, my grandma's house, and this was last year was the year I just didn't go in. But it was understood why I didn't go. So when people change your habits because of this stuff, I think that it's going to just solidify certain patterns, and people, in my opinion, if this thing continues on, they're not really going to want to go over to the movie theater. You're going to have to do the socially distant movie theater, wear the face mask. How are you going to eat popcorn at the movie theater? You got to take your face mask down. And movie theaters make a lot of money off concessions, by the way. The popcorn, the soda, the candy, there's a reason why this stuff is so freaking expensive. So, yeah. So, that's all I wanted to say about this stream. If I sound tired, I am tired. I just wanted to make this video because it was on my mind. And again, I do believe tech stocks are going to go up because these are the big shakers of the stock market, in my opinion, is tech. So tech is kind of leading the way, and if people want to feel like they're investing in a comfortable stock, they're gonna go for the big ones, for the big stocks here. Oh wait, this is all the stuff I looked up, I think. Yeah, this is all the stuff that I looked up. Yeah, a good stuff of the stuff that I looked up. So you got GameStop, Apple, Tesla, AMC. Yeah, this is Neo. I looked that up. Let's see here. Let's see if the economy has something. No, not economy. I want to see what the most popular stocks are right now. I'll see Baba. Oh, look, there's CCIB. But you get the idea. Like the big name stocks, people are gonna be drawn to that. I don't know anybody who is drawn to, yeah. So like Disney over here, that's a big name stock. Yeah, like Twitter, that sort of stuff. Part of this is like Netflix. Yeah, when people want to throw their money in, they're gonna feel safer with bigger stocks. But I do recommend that, and just my opinion, if you want to chase a stock, average up, average down. Don't put it all in at one time, and diversify. Diversifying is very, very important. So curious to see how stock market is going to be for everyone in 2021. I expect the economy to be more in the crapper somehow, but of course, what I learned with my April, what was it, April 2020 spy put, yeah, just don't bet against the stock market, because there will always be some fail safe to save it. And I think that as people see the stock market making gains and they see it as a way of making quick money, um, people will just, people are just going to toss their money in and said, yeah, this is a way for me to grow the money that they already have. And it's kind of scary because the stocks are getting more and more and more expensive. Yeah, let's check, for example, Microsoft. See, Microsoft right now is $232 a share. And see, before it was like, okay, so let's take this out because this was, the crash. But see, like, it used to be a little bit more affordable. 140, I feel like after this happened, it just kind of a little bit more. Who knows? Maybe I'm just seeing it that way. But when people hear about Microsoft having gains, I know pre-market it went up for sure. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So right now, I think this is the price right now. Yeah, I think this is the current price. I can't check right now because I'm not logged in, but um, yeah. So when people see Microsoft gaining, maybe they're gonna think, oh, I should invest in Microsoft because that's a big company and this one can't fail. And um, yeah, when the stock goes up, they'll just go higher and higher and higher. Next thing you know, it's $300, and these stocks will get to the point, I think, that people just don't feel, people will be like, it's too freaking expensive to buy. I was reading, like, for instance, I don't know if I repeated myself. I'm sorry if I did. Again, I'm kind of tired. I was reading that some people are complaining that GameStop is too freaking expensive at 222, so they're gonna go over to AMC because that is only $5. So if you want to double your money, you got a $5 investment versus 222 investment. I'm gonna check into this tomorrow, see how it is. Yeah, I want to see how this looks like. I do think, I don't know what happened over here, but when I look over here, it's only 496. Top around here was 686, so maybe, I think it's kind of safe in between here and here right now. But if it starts getting up to here, like that's kind of crazy. Who knows what's gonna happen. But oh, I don't believe in AMC long though. That's the only thing. Like, if you ask me otherwise, like, Erica, would you ever invest in AMC? I'm like, hell no. Why the hell would I invest in AMC? But I see this and I'm kind of curious about it. And then I was even thinking about investing in Tootsie Roll because I thought that was like, okay, what the frick, Erica? Like Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. But the problem is that, like, do I know when to get out? Right? Again, like I said in my last stream, my concern is that this can get pumped up to a $70 stock, possibly. Like, don't be surprised if Tootsie Roll $75. But when are the Tootsie Roll fans gonna get out of their stock and start cashing out? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm sure there's profit takers in between here, up to here that saw it go up 5%, and they're like, oh, let me sell. Yeah, yeah. So I'm sure some day traders are probably salivating at this. You know, the people who do these 1% swings. Oh my goodness, GME must have been a complete, a beautiful ride for them. If they saw it swinging up, they're like, oh my gosh, it goes up like 5% at a time, and they're rolling around with, let's say, $100,000 or $200,000. Um, Yeah, so you know, there is opportunity for day traders around, and for certain stocks. I'm not too sure about Tootsie Roll. You know, Tootsie Roll could drop tomorrow, could go up. Who knows? But I have to say, when I look at Tootsie Roll, I kind of chuckle on there. So I'm thinking about investing in Tootsie Roll, even though I shouldn't be like, what the hell are you guys investing in Tootsie Roll? Don't you take your portfolio serious? I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. It's just kind of funny. You know, if I could say something like I made 10% off this freaking Tootsie Roll stock, you know, like nobody would understand it except people who look into um, Wall Street bets sort of thing. But yeah, the dangerous thing, or the thing that I predicted, was that you're going to have some people who cannot afford or who do not want to spend $200 on GameStop looking at elsewhere stocks and then looking to pump it, because it's much easier to pump a $38 stock or $5 stock and then double your money than a $222 stock. So at some point, people are not going to see the gains that they want from GameStop. This is just my opinion, and they're gonna they're we're gonna see more pumping of like cheaper stocks. I kind of wish, just my opinion here, I kind of wish they would pump out some penny stock, like, you know, the dollar share stock instead. Just because it's like, I feel like if people can buy more shares that way, you know, $1 stock. But yeah, $38 to 70, it's like, if I put in money in here, right? For me to double my money, I'd have to hit 76. I'm like, frick, $76? Look at this crap. Look at the 5 year, you guys. Like, this is uncharted territory. Like, this has never been above. Wait, is this a 5 year? Yeah, this is freaking uncharted territory. See, because back here in 2016, it was 36, and then over here at the top, it was 38. So, what's the chances of me doubling money at 38? And if it does tank, I don't have any financials to say, oh, okay, well, I believe strongly that Tootsie Roll should be $76. Because if it crashes, it's going to go back to its natural amount, which is probably going to be between here and here. Let's just be real here. Here and here. It's not going to be like to the moon. But it does make for a funny thing, but it would kind of stress me out now that I think about it, because I'd be like, frick, I can't believe I spent 38.45 for a freaking stock, and I want it for me to double my money. I have to get up to $76, and yeah, $76 for Tootsie Roll ain't gonna hold long term, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it because like, it's funny. It's, you know, it's funny for me to like throw in 38 bucks into one Tootsie Roll stock just for the hell of it, but I'm gonna have to watch it, and I'm gonna say, well, like, I have to make sure that it doesn't go, you know, retract all the way back down to 30, because yeah, there's I ultimately, like, I don't want to lose money on this stuff. Like, it's nice and fun to talk about this stuff, but let's just be real here. Like, this is real money involved. So nobody wants to lose money on this stuff. So if you don't want to chase the meme stocks, go with a more solid company. You really can't go wrong with a long-term company like Microsoft. Just, you know, this is kind of common knowledge here. Microsoft is a big company. You're not gonna get the GME gains, that's for sure. But look, you're okay. You know, you're okay with this kind of stuff. Let's see. Is Lenovo here? Oh, here we go. What the hell is this? Lenovo Group. Is this the Lenovo company that I'm thinking of? Oh, this is... What? Lenovo has a stock for $25.78. Today I learned something. Okay, it went up 3% today. Wow. 5 day it went up. Wow, it did. Lenovo has been going up. Well, it went up, what, 10% it looks like? I can't see the percentages this way. I'm just looking at this 23 versus 25. So about 10%-ish. Ah, oh jeez. What teeth is this? This looks like some broken teeth. Is it just me? Okay, so yeah, it looks like this company is pretty strong. I'm not a big fan of Lenovo. To me, just my opinion. Yeah, let's check it here. What is this? LVNG. Is this Lenovo? What I'm thinking about? LV LNBGY. LN. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Oh, so it went up 3% today. And oh, it's been going up too. How cute. 13 to 25. Not bad, not bad. What the hell is this? So if you bought it at 2016 for 1650, you held on, you held on. Yeah, you wouldn't have done good. You would have actually lost money. Say 1764, you would have lost money up until December. Oh, frick this stock. I don't want to hold a stock that is like I'm holding on to it for like 4 years and it just goes up down. Yeah. No. It seems like it just surged recently. And why is it going up? Oh, it's gonna list shares on Shanghai's. Oh, that. Screw that. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to invest in that. I don't want to invest in that. It just it doesn't move much. Let's look at Palantir. Palantir went down today. I know they're trying to boost that stock up. I was like, yeah, forget it. I don't want to invest in that either. But look, it did make a nice jump. It was 5 days ago. It was at 26, and then it got a nice little jump. But it's doing that stupid sideways action. I'm not hearing anyone talking about Palantir, so yeah, this is out of the question. So I'm thinking, just my speculation. If anyone wants to chase anything, I think AMC is a good bet. BlackBerry is also a good bet. I don't know, like I said, I don't feel comfortable with the Tootsie Roll thing. I just don't. It's cute, but I don't feel comfortable with it. And that's about it. Oh, space is going up here. Look at this. Not gonna lie, you guys. So you know my diamond hands. I'm like freaking big on diamond hands. I told myself that I was gonna invest in space because I thought the name was really nice. I bought it in February. Look at this, you guys. So I bought it right here. I'm not gonna BS you guys. I bought the stock right here, and then it crashed, and then I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna throw. I only bought 4 or 5 shares of it. I said I'm just gonna hold on to this thing because I have this whole risk tolerance thing, as you guys know. So I held on to it, and it was a total sinker. I didn't want to divest down, but finally today, I broke even. Yeah, I know. Laugh all you want. Erica, really? You held on to it since you lost money and you just held on? I'm like, yeah. I just thought maybe one day space would go up, and today was the day that space went up. So happy. 16.81%. So I think I made maybe $1 off of it, $2 off of it, but I can at least say I was holding on to space until in my opinion, it went back into space. So yeah, I saw the whole rise up over here. I bought here, and yeah, I know, I'm diamond handing. So I like the whole diamond hand thing. There's certain stocks. It's like I think maybe there's potential, and then I'm willing to diamond hand. But the only diamond hand that I have right now that has lost me money is freaking Mara. So I'm waiting for Mara. Freaking my dumbass bought it around here, and it's all the way over here. So we'll see what happens. We will see. I was actually thinking about selling Mara yesterday, and then investing in GME instead. And I thought, Erica, you're already down 40% on GME. Do you really want to add your 40% losses? What if you sell Mara at 40% loss and then GME drops 40%? Yeah, but I should have done that. Hindsight is always 2020, and I was just worried about selling something for 40% loss, and then I have another 40% loss on top of that. It's just like, ugly, ugly. Uncharted territory. Some people think I should hold on to it. For me, I'm just diamond handing it. But it's not nice to look at a stock and then see it's down 400 something dollars. It's not a good feeling. But all my other holdings are good. Just freaking Mara. It's pissing me off a little. Yeah. I'm doing Robinhood, yeah, so I don't have to worry about the stuff. I also like it because I don't have to worry about unsettled funds. So if I sell something, immediately I have the funds to throw into another stock. And yeah, so yeah, let's see how Bitcoin is doing. Oh, is this Bitcoin? No, this isn't Bitcoin. How's that, America? So Bitcoin unfortunately is going down 31,524. I was talking to Lewis about this today, and I said, hey, I wonder if Bitcoin is going down because people are pulling out their money for GME. I know some people have been selling Tesla for GME, and I can understand it. If you have 100% gain in one day, right? Wouldn't you take out all your money from your stocks to throw it into GME? But that bubble is no joke. Tesla's having earnings today. Yeah, see, they're having earnings. Oh, damn it, earnings today. So how earnings will be, I don't know, but Tesla has enough fan people over there that it's going to recover. Even if it drops 10% or so, it's going to recover. And if it is if it knocks it out of the park for earnings, then it's going to shoot up. And I think there will be people who are really like, long Tesla gang. I am long on Tesla, and part of it is because I don't really see any downside to holding stock. If you have a good amount of profit for your stock, I recently added a share at $844. Let me show you guys where I added it. Oh wait, hold on. No, this is one day. So I saw it just going up, and then I added. Oh wait, hold up. Did I add around here? I bought it, so it was going up and up and up, and then it went down, and then I thought, okay, maybe it's gonna go back up to here. See this? So it was like $882. So there was this period of time between the 21st and the 25th that was kind of going sideways. So I bought one share at $845, and now it's at $887. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm not planning to add any more Tesla shares. So this was the one that I was holding long. I bought one share at $352, or I think February 2018, and then it did the split. So from that $352 investment, it went up to about $4,000, I think, something like that. And then I added the 845. So I have about a 300% profit margin, a little bit more than 300%. And yeah, I'm not worried about Tesla. So again, if you guys are long in investing and you have a good profit margin, like 300%, you're not going to give a crap if this stock goes up 10% or down 10% too much. I mean, like, if it goes up 10%, you're happy, but if it goes down 10%, 15%, it's like, whatever, you don't give a crap. So I'm a big fan of holding long if you believe in the long term of the stock. Tesla at this point, I think, people are pushing for Tesla to go up to 1,000. If you get in at this price point, gonna be honest here, if you get in at 887, if you go up to 1,000, like, yeah, you would make what, 15%? Was it 15%? Something like that? Maybe less than that. Like 15% gain or so, and it's sizable. But yeah, like something like Tesla, I don't know. Is it gonna double up to whatever 887 times 2 is next year? Hard to say. Really hard to say. Man, this is a freaking expensive stock. Same reason why I'm not too happy about Amazon. Like, Amazon is just getting too freaking expensive. Yeah, I'm not seeing this stock go up that much. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. My complaints about Amazon stock is very numerous because it's doing this sideways action. Again, like, that doesn't make me happy. I was like, come on now. Come on. So, if you have a cheaper stock, in my opinion, more ways for it to go up. But like GameStop, there's going to be, in my opinion, a certain resistance when the stock price gets a little too up there, and then people, the technicals, or they're not too, they don't see any reason to for the stock to double up. Amazon is just so well diversified at this point. I don't know what would it take for it to double up. It's like they're in all, they had the pharmacy, they got Twitch, they got Whole Foods. Like, what would cause Amazon stock to double? I sincerely don't know. So, you know what the thing is, Joseph? Like, I'm looking at GameStop, right? And right now I have about, I think, a 40-50% gain, something like that. But I've been stressing this to you guys, like risk tolerance. GameStop, I don't know if it's gonna drop tomorrow, when it's gonna drop. Maybe right now it's 222. I guarantee you, if it drops to 150, there's gonna be a bunch of people who are like, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Just like the Bitcoin people. You know, when they see a big dip coming in, people are like, oh, buy it, buy it, buy it. But keep in mind, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 31. Bitcoin is at 31,526. It's not back at 40K. And yeah, you could say, Erica, you just got to give it time. But to me, this signifies this. You got people who see this price, and they're thinking like, frick, this Bitcoin stuff hasn't moved too much. Like, see, it went up to 40K on the 8th, and then it's kind of gone down. So even though it's been kind of around the 32 range, like 34 range, 31 range for the last 5 days, like there's no big push to push it back up to the 40s yet. Why? I don't know. It's like, I think people after a while, they get kind of um they kind of like, they kind of get numb, shall I say numb? They're like, okay, yeah, I put money into it, but if people don't if people don't want to hold on to it for whatever reason, the stock inevitably is going to drop when people start selling off. And again, I think part of it is maybe the GME thing. You can't, if you want to double your money on Bitcoin, look, it's 31,586. If you want to double your money, Bitcoin has to hit 62K. I'm not really seeing it hit 62K when it can't even get up to 41K right now. So yeah, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe next year Bitcoin will be at 62K, and but I don't know. That's a huge amount. I'm sincerely surprised Bitcoin got to 31K. Seriously surprised. This volatility thing just doesn't sit well with me. If I had bought, let's say if I had bought a Bitcoin, like entire Bitcoin, because I like to think about things in whole Bitcoin prices, not half Bitcoin prices. Like if someone had bought a whole Bitcoin at like 37K, right? They saw it go down. They're like, oh, I can make money. I can make 5K if it goes up. And then they see it now and they're like, frick, it's 31,600. Yeah, that means they lost. They bought 36. Yeah, they lost like 10% of their investment on Bitcoin, and they don't know if it's going to go up because there's no technicals for Bitcoin. There's nothing pushing up the price unless media gives it attention, or people, they have the fear in the US dollar, and then that drives it up. Right now, all the attention in the media is on GME. So because Bitcoin's not in the freaking news, it's going down. So if people want Bitcoin to go up, better pump up the stock, have it show up in the news, and not this whole 100%, 130% stock taking up everything. GameStop is very, it's talked about all over the freaking place right now. The 100% gains is very alluring. Pay rent for 1 year or buy one whole Bitcoin. Ooh. From what I've been hearing, like I asked Lewis about this too. I said, hey, how come you don't accept Bitcoin as a currency? I was just curious, right? Um, and he told me, he said Bitcoin is too volatile. Can you imagine, like, it's like if he accepted a transaction for Bitcoin when it was 41K, and he cashes it out, or if he holds on to it, and then it's like whatever the amount, the, let's say $300 so board repair costs, right, at 41K, is he loses money, he'll lose 20%, right? 20% of the price if he cashed out now, if he had accepted Bitcoin. So if someone paid him in Bitcoin for board repair when Bitcoin was 41K, and now it's 31K, it drops 20%. So instead of getting, let's say, $300 cash, he would effectively get um, what, 240? Yeah, $240 if it drops 20%, because he would have to convert it back into USD. So yeah. Okay, see you, Plasma. I know I'm getting tired and my phone is getting tired too. My phone's at like 15%. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. Jeez Louise. So, yeah, curious to see what happens to stock market tomorrow. I expect GameStop to to surge, and then I expect there to be a dip somewhere. I don't know where. I expect a bunch of halts like I've seen in the last 2 days. But at the end of it, I expect GameStop to be probably hitting the $300 mark. I think it's gonna hit anywhere from 275 to 325, but more likely around 300, 325, 350, who knows. But after you hit that 300 mark, I expect to see a lot of resistance, because people are not going to want to drop. People are not going to have too much faith about the stock doubling from $300 to $600. Yeah, but anybody who's holding at cheaper rate, like me, it's like, frick it. I hope it goes up to 300. I hope it goes up to 600, whatever it does. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we will see. We will see. I'm gonna keep an eye on BlackBerry tomorrow. I think that BlackBerry can have a write up. I don't really want to go into too many different stocks, because then it's more, I hate to say it this way, but it's more stress for me to look into, because then I have to think about if BlackBerry dumps or if GameStop dumps. And AMC looks tempting. It does look tempting. AMC does look tempting to me the more I think about it. The ability to double. Yeah, the ability to double looks good. And I feel like, yeah, if I held it, there is a possibility naturally it could hit up to 696, even if the crash happens. But I don't know. Long term on the movie theaters again, with going back on the news over here. How is this going to affect movie theaters? What if AMC goes bankrupt? I don't know how AMC's is doing, but I imagine the rent for their movie theaters is well, actually, does AMC have movie theaters? Am I thinking about like Consolidated? Anyway, I imagine like if they have movie theaters, it must be really expensive, and like the rent space for their theaters, and that could be a huge financial cost to them. Yeah, I don't know why, for some reason I was thinking about, okay, AMC does have movie theaters. Yeah, because like in Hawaii we have Consolidated theaters, but I don't think we have AMC. Yeah, so if they have retail land space, that has to be costing them a pretty penny, because these movie theaters tend to be really freaking big. So if they're in debt and if they go under, anybody who buys this stock, right, at 4.95, like what happens if they buy the stock at 4.95 and then they ride the AMC wave? And this is just speculation, right? Let's say they ride the AMC wave for about 3 months, and then AMC says, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go bankrupt." Oh my goodness, all the people who dumped all the money into AMC, kaput. Now, that's my worry about AMC, BlackBerry, because they have their that QNX stuff, and they're going into cybersecurity. They're already in cybersecurity. They're not BlackBerry the phone, as we may all think. I'm not seeing BlackBerry go bankrupt. I don't have to worry about retail space or real estate costs for BlackBerry. See where I'm getting at? Yeah. So, yeah, pros and cons with everything. Now that I think about it, I gotta do more research onto AMC. Of course, AMC, if I invested into AMC, it would just be like a short-term thing. And is it worth the stress about that? I don't know. So maybe I'll just throw more money into BlackBerry instead. But yeah, that's all I want to say. And I guess we will see at the end of the year what happens to the stock market. Let's see if my speculation about stock market is correct. Tech stocks are just going to get bigger. You're going to have more people throwing money into stocks. And part of it is just because, yeah, fast money, fast cash. follow the cash, and maybe we'll have more people quitting their job, and they don't want to get back into the job market because they get more gains from their stock market than um, than working at a regular job. I know a few people, by the way, who still work, but they don't make that much money in their hourly job, and their stock holdings, because they've been long-term investments, like it's when I think about their hourly pay versus what their stock portfolio gains are on a daily, weekly basis, it's like these people are clearing out what people can make in a year, in a month, or they can clear out what people make in a month, in a day. So, but these people still have their jobs. Yeah, it's crazy what the stock market can do, and it's crazy what people can do with volume. If you have something like $30,000 into a specific stock, and it goes up, if it makes 1% a day, right? Let's just say you invest $30,000 into a stock, it goes up 1% a day. You're looking at $300 in gains a day. And if it's a durable stock, if it's a stock that you expect to be that has good growth or good numbers behind it, then you don't really have to worry about it going to zero. Not like freaking AMC. AMC can go to zero. GameStop is, we all know, everybody accepts that $500 a share for GameStop, $250 for GameStop is way overinflated. There's nothing special about GameStop. Um, there's nothing special about GME. Oh my gosh, there's nothing special about GME because GME is just a reseller of games, and they do the pre-order stuff. But like, what the freaking $250 a share? Like, no. Yeah. So yeah, wages are not keeping up at pace. So people are gonna be more tempted when they hear about the GameStop stuff to throw their life savings, to throw their rent money, to throw everything that they have at the stock market. And I expect it to have a lasting effect on the stock market because when people get comfortable with the gains, when they remember, oh yeah, if I pick the right stock, I might have 100% gains a day, it's gonna get addicting to them. And I hope that I think that GameStop will inevitably crash. I don't see it going up 100% every single day, and I think everybody can accept that, right? Yesterday, or today, yeah, in the last couple hours, 130%, that's unheard of. I've never seen a stock like that in my life. I've never had it where I was down 40% in one day on a stock, and then 24 hours later, I was up 40%. That's how crazy the whole GameStop thing is, and I'm just gonna ride it, and yeah, I'm gonna ride it and see how it is. But inevitably, GameStop will go down, where everyone's gonna have to time out their exit. If everybody sells at the proposed $1,000, guess what? GameStop's gonna crash hard if everybody makes a sell limit at 1,000, and maybe it'll crash in a matter of minutes from 1,000 to 800 or whatever. And if the goal is 1,000, there's no reason to pump it up if it drops from 700. See where I'm getting at? Because everybody's sell price was 1,000. So yeah, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna keep track of BlackBerry and GameStop and AMC tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'm just gonna look at AMC. I'm like, okay, just throw some money at AMC. If I do throw any money on AMC, it'll probably just be like $100 or like $50 and see what happens to it, just for giggles. I'm not gonna do Tootsie Roll because, again, $38 for me to double would be $76. Yeah, I have more chance of AMC going from $5 to $10 than Tootsie Roll going to 76. I don't want to be left holding the bag at freaking $76 for Tootsie Roll. Then it's just gonna be like, yeah. But it would be funny. It would be funny to say I own Tootsie Roll stock, but I can't justify it actually. Yeah. Hopefully GME is your lucky pick for your MacBook Pro. You know what? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't. it's nice to get the gains from GME, but keep in mind, it's like I do like the whole BlackBerry GME stuff that I've been doing, you know, the AKTS, that makes up a small portion of my portfolio. So the portfolio stuff that I don't touch is like the stuff like Amazon and Apple and JD, like that I do not want to touch at all. Um, so yeah, it would be nice if GameStop pays for my MacBook, but BlackBerry, I think my gain around there is already 1,000. So if I wanted to get the top of the line MacBook, whatever's coming out with like the 1 terabyte or whatever thingy majiggy specs, I'm not good with specs, so I would need guidance on that. I think someone said I'm looking around 1,600. Factor in the tax, factor in the extra stuff. Let's just say it's like 1,800. So I would need GameStop's gain to be an additional $600, or BlackBerry's gains it to be for either BlackBerry or a combination of BlackBerry and GameStop. So $1,800 would be it. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to hold a bag of Tootsie Rolls, okay? I'm not holding the $76 bag of Tootsie Roll. Like, if it goes up and then it crashes, I'm like, damn it. I invested in Tootsie Roll because I thought I could make quick money, and all I was left was holding the bag at $76 because everybody else sold. Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Joseph, for giving me that guidance at 16 gigabyte, 1 terabyte thing. Yeah. I also want to see in the future if I could stop doing this little like take a screen of my MacBook thing. I want to do the whole OBS thing. You know, you can do the screen capture and be on a better mic versus this kind of like shaky thing. Yeah, but that's in the future. I just wanted to just whip out my laptop and whip out my phone and just share this with you guys. Again, if you guys are investing in any stock, I do wish you guys the best. I hope that you guys minimize your risk. Please be aware that whatever stock goes up tomorrow 50%, it can go down 50%. And I just don't want anybody getting burned big time and investing money into a stock that they really need, you know, that they can't afford to lose. Because if you lose 50% on any stock, and we're going into uncharted territory that you don't know if it's ever going to hit that stock price, like that is a lot of anxiety. You know, for the people who have invested their life savings into GME at $222 a stock, I expect it to go higher, but there's going to come a point where I think that people are going to be more apprehensive of investing. And if people are investing, let's say if GME goes up to $800 and they're investing everything into it and then it crashes down to $600, do you have faith that it's going to go back to $800? I'm wary around that because the numbers are just way too high. Yeah. Or a separate monitor. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I'm not good with my tech stuff. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. You have a good night, and yeah, you guys take care. See ya.